Welcome to the Retro Adam podcast. We're back, and Sandy is my guest today. Sandy, thank you for coming back. I'm so happy you're here.
No problem, man. Good to be here.
And we've got lots to talk about. We're going to be talking about artificial intelligence. We're going to be talking about retro gaming, modern gaming. The big questions are coming out today, so stick around. We'll have a great time.
I'm a little intimidated now.
And then cue intro.
Welcome to Retro Adam.
Retro gaming in 2025. How do you feel it's doing right now?
I think it's doing all right.
Have you ever thought about purchasing those little, have you seen those handhelds online that you can buy and they come preloaded with retro games on them?
I got one for Christmas a couple years ago, and it supposedly had 3,000 games or whatever, but a lot of them were there was 20 versions of the same Contra on it, and it would just be each stage of Contra was its own game on it, and I was like, that's kind of a bummer, but I love Contra, so
there's a bunch of clones and copies and ROM hacks and just a bunch of kind of garbagey type games.
You literally have to go through and be like, which one's actually the game I want to play, and not oh, this is a random copy of the same game but not exact or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I find the problem is I bought a few of those devices off AliExpress, and when you're going through the list of games, there's it's overwhelming just how many games are on there. Mm-hmm. And there's the European version, there's the Japanese version, there's the North American version, there's so many duplicates. It's hard to kind of filter through it.
Decision paralysis.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go back to Blockbuster days and you'd walk around the store for an hour and a half to pick a movie that only plays for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting there going through 3,000 games being what do I feel like playing? And before I know it, I've played less time than I've looked through games.
Yeah, I'm running into that problem too. You're sitting there trying to figure out what you want to play. The action of looking for a game to play is an hour goes by and you're I don't even know what I want to play. There's just so much choice, right?
Yeah.
So that's the problem I have with retro gaming right now, is because I have a few different devices and just going through them can be quite daunting. Yeah. So what I do is I actually go online and I look up lists of games people recommend, and then I write them down, and then I go back into the system and play those particular ones. And there's so many good ones.
Retro gaming in modern times is so complicated now. You actually have to use the internet, which didn't exist, to figure out and build a list so you can then play games.
Yeah.
I miss the days where you could just go downstairs, I have 10 games.
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to put on Ninja Turtles, Manhattan Project, and play for an hour and a half before my mom kicks me outside. Or I kind of miss those days.
Are you still playing that game? Get outside!
It's but I almost beat it.
Please, Mom, please.
Don't turn it off.
Did she come down and turn it off?
It took me 3 years to beat that game because I could never play for a long enough period of time.
And then she'd come down and be get out. I guess because that game takes 2 or 3 hours to beat, right?
I think it was 2 hours on the dot to get through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you have that device, so you haven't used it in a little bit then, you just kind of packed it away for now?
Yeah, I probably played it maybe 5-6 times. Mm-hmm. Just ran through Contra on it, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cheap Game Boy looking knockoff.
Yeah.
I was appreciative to have it, but I drive everywhere. I don't have someone driving me around, chauffeuring me, so the handheld console, I'm not going to play it very often on my own at home.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're usually out and about, so you're not going to be ready to play constantly. But how do you feel about modern video games right now? Are you more willing to go back and play the older stuff, or do you like some of the newer stuff that's out right now?
So I actually just finally finished Baldur's Gate 3 for the first time.
Nice, I really want to play that.
So fun.
It's good?
It's a really good game, and it actually takes me back to Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 and
the old one on the PC.
Yeah. And I have a lot of connection with D&D, so it was awesome. It has so many lines. I'm gonna play another playthrough, I think, as a dirge next time and just destroy everything.
So,
but
that game got Game of the Year in 2023, I think.
I'm not sure.
So did you play it after
Yeah,
point?
I waited probably like a year and a half to get it, and then it literally, like, my playthrough is like 200 hours almost to get through the
Whoa.
game. I mean, some of that, like, I played with a friend co-op, so some of
Yeah.
it was, load the game up, wait for the person to become available, come online and whatnot, and
Yeah.
then, so there's a lot of idle time, but at the same time, like, it's got a lot to it.
Yeah, there's so many different branching paths. Did you play it on the PC then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I know at one point you can like have sex with a bear or something like that. Did you?
That never ended up happening in
That
my
didn't happen
game.
to you.
But yeah, apparently there's those options.
And-
My romancing didn't go so well in that game.
Oh, yeah, it's like you were trying to woo somebody in the game, and
Yeah.
it didn't go very well.
No.
So you
didn't
chose
go
the wrong
there.
answers.
I chose the wrong answers, and like I think certain cutscenes didn't come up because we might have done things in different order than what was the supposed
Needed to happen.
order. So yeah, even though like the approval rating for that character and everything was like maxed out, just certain cutscenes didn't happen, and I'm like, what?
So you didn't get the choice to woo them. Do you remember which character it was you were trying?
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart. Okay.
Yeah.
So I haven't played that game yet, but I mean, it looks really cool. It's based off Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah. So it's like a turn-based strategy, top-down. You move them around. And there's like so many different options to
Yeah,
choose
yeah,
from.
yeah.
That game looks really fun. I'd love to play that one.
Yeah, like I think there's like quite a few good modern games out there, but I do struggle with the whole battle pass and skin thing, and I don't know, kind of like amalgamating everything into the same game. Like, oh, the game's got to have crafting, it's got to have this, it's got to have that.
Oh,
Like-
I totally know what you
like-
mean.
Like the gameplay loops are just so onerous almost.
A lot of modern games take concepts that are super popular and just kind of mash them into one game, and they're like, they hope it takes off. That seems to be the case, right? Battle
Yeah.
passes, like crafting, like shooter, 3-on-3, or what are those called? Like Overwatch 2. What type of game is that again?
I mean, that's just a team shooter.
Like a
really,
team
like,
shooter,
yeah, King of the Hill type
MOBA.
thing.
Is that what they're called? MOBAs? It's kind of like League of Legends, right? That's a MOBA.
Yeah, League of Legends is a MOBA. I don't really know. what
There's a
is
lot of
Overwatch.
those type of games. Like,
Yeah.
and then remember there was like Concord. That one like flopped big time because it was trying to copy Overwatch, and it just failed like miserably.
Yeah, and then Marvel comes along and does the same game type, and it's significantly better than Overwatch 2 just because of the rate they make changes and stuff.
Yeah, that was a big factor too. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to like pick a game, that modern game that just kind of really gets you back into it. Like the last game I can think of was probably not Twilight Princess. It was the Tears of the Kingdom. That game, like, I loved that game. So fun.
See, I played some of Breath of the Wild, but I don't know. Again, they added like some gameplay loops that just felt too onerous. Like, oh, my weapon's broken. Oh, I gotta.
A lot of people didn't like that.
I was just like, it just didn't feel the same as like the old Zeldas, and by old Zeldas I mean Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess is one I've always wanted to play, and I've
Oh, yeah,
never gotten
that
around
one.
to. No,
Oh, that's
I
love
played
that one
Wind
too.
Waker. I didn't really enjoy Wind Waker.
The sailing part.
Yeah, I feel like it. I don't know. I don't know what I didn't like about it, honestly. Whether it was the like art style just didn't feel right to me after I guess the darker vibes of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Like maybe I wanted more of that, but
Twilight Princess has more of the dark. that
yeah,
you
that's
may be
why I
looking
was
for,
really
yeah.
excited to try that. I never ended up getting a GameCube, so I missed out on that.
It's on Wii and Wii U as well, so you could potentially do it that way to play it.
I'd have to order a Japanese like version of the game. That could be really interesting, actually.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
My Wii's Japanese. I bought it when Smash Brothers Brawl came out, while I was living in Japan. So
Yeah, I actually jailbroke my Wii just recently. It's really cool. You can like put a whole bunch of like ROMs on it.
Oh,
play like
sweet.
Super Nintendo, NES, Game Boy Advance, and just like, yeah, it's fun. Now I play Dr. Mario with my wife on it, so it's just like a nice little thing to have by the TV, and you can just play an older
Awesome.
game like that too.
yeah, I literally just set up like a little bit of ROMs again on my computer just because I mean, it's been forever. In the Discord, they've been mentioning like different ROMs and ROM hacks and stuff to try. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll like go back to that a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of them have great recommendations. So if you join the Discord, if you want to hang out with other retro gamers, like there's a lot of cool people on there, and I'll put up a little scan QR code, and you can join. It's fun. We just hang out, talk about games. So check it out.
Yeah, games, music, whatever. It's great.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to try virtual reality? Very much of that yet? And if you have, like, what do you think about it?
I mean, a little bit. Like, our mutual friend Jim has like, what is that? The HD Vive.
He
or
has
whatever.
the HTC Vive, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's bought a newer one yet, but that was the one we played together. And it was Beat Saber and stuff, right?
Beat Saber. I mean, my favorite game was like that space pirate one where you're like deflecting bullets coming out.
Oh yeah,
at
that
you
was
and whatnot.
awesome.
You can pull out a shield,
Yeah.
pull out guns, and shoot
I
a bunch
forgot
of
about that
things, and
one.
then that one felt like a workout. It felt like I was playing almost like one of those top view like jet games, like 1942 or whatever. Except I was the jet and trying to dodge all the bullets and
Yeah, I can see that.
like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I loved it. I loved just trying to like get just a little bit further, just a little higher score.
Yeah, there's like that kind of arcade addictiveness to it. Like I'm a pretty big avid fan of VR. Like I got the PlayStation VR 2, and I played Resident Evil 8 on it like last year, and it was awesome. It was like one of the coolest things ever. Like that's probably the best VR game I've played so far. The graphics were like unbelievable. Like you could look at the water and there's like fish in the water, and you feel like you could just go down and grab them.
That's pretty cool.
And you're going through this mansion, and inside the mansion, the lighting and like just how you walk around, like it looks so real, and it's just unbelievable. I hope that they kind of keep coming out with really good AAA kind of VR
Yeah,
games.
I've never played any like story-based game in VR. They've all been kind of like that arcade feel, like walk the plank or defend from
Like smaller
bullets.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like there was like a sword fighting gladiator type one
Oh.
where you're in a pit and
Yeah, that's
randomly stabbing stuff and whatnot.
That's Gorn, I think it's called Gorn.
Yeah,
you
it
got
was
like a mace
just
or
ridiculous. Yeah.
you got a chain and ball or something, and you're hitting your opponent.
Yeah.
That's a fun one too. Yeah, so most of those games are more like smaller kind of.
I feel like they're all like from like 8+ years ago now already too. Like,
So you haven't played anything?
I haven't played anything
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
I have been seeing like clips of like a game where you like draw pictures to cast spells at like opponent. It looks like a MOBA type game, but you're like having a mage battle on top of like this battlefield. That kind of looks like it could be fun. Just
Yeah.
having that like, what spells he casting? How do I counter that? Like
Yeah.
type strategic vibe. Like, that looks interesting to me.
So at this point, like you don't think you'd want to purchase a headset just yet. Like it hasn't really grasped you yet.
I mean, to be honest, like Baldur's Gate 3 is probably like the first story-based game that I've like played through in a decade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like everything else has just been like, oh, fun. Oh, we'll play some Among Us with friends for a little bit. Like I've recently been playing a game called Repo, where you're a trash can, like running through a haunted house.
Oh, I saw you guys playing that. Yeah.
Yeah, picking up valuables and dodging like these horror monster type things, and just a cheap, fun multiplayer game.
Is it kind of like a roguelike where you're with your buddies and you kind of keep going through over and over again?
Yeah, you go through, you get valuables, you get cash for the valuables. At the end of each stage, you can buy upgrades and whatnot to make your next run through a little bit easier, but at the same time, difficulty level increases. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's one I'll have to check out too. That looked really fun.
Yeah.
What do you think about artificial intelligence these days? Like how it's getting really, really good these days, like just with video creation and not necessarily my artificial intelligence videos, but I mean like there's some out there that are like insane. I believe it's called Sora 2 is the video generation program that people are using.
Oh, aren't you using Sora?
I think I'm using Sora 1.
Oh, okay.
Like the original one, and then most people are using the second one now. And that one has like lip syncing, and you can make them talk and sing and put music and a little bit of everything. It's great. You could like create your own movie essentially with this program.
It's pretty cool, honestly.
Have you seen much of that stuff on?
Not really. Like, I was like a little shocked when I saw your first like AI video where I think it was like you getting sucked into a game. And you're like, this is so cool.
That
and I was like,
mind.
wow, Adam's getting really good at animation. And then I was like, wait a second, that's not actually Adam.
Like, wait a minute. Yeah, I think there's been a few comments where people are like, oh, that's great, like you're doing these crazy like animations now. It's like, no, it's just like it's text, it's just text prompt.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just like, I just type, make me ride an ostrich or something, and then next thing you know, it just generates the video.
How long does that take, just to make a curiosity? Video? Yeah.
Lately I've been like trying to recreate NES games, like a scene from an NES game with myself in it, and then I generate about 4 videos. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to generate something.
Oh, okay.
So I just type something, wait about 2-3 minutes.
So it takes longer for you to view the 4 options that come out than it takes to create them?
I would say it's like 2-3 minutes per video. I just try and create a scene. So each video I type something a little bit different, but I try to keep it in the same world, right? So that it's continuous. But then I look at them and I edit those 4 clips into one video. That's what I've been doing lately. Like that Tetris video. There's like Tetris pieces falling and I'm running, and I generated 4 different videos, and I just kind of
splice them together.
And I cut out anything that was weird. Like sometimes there's like videos of me, like I'll just fly off into the distance or something, so I have to cut that stuff.
Your Ice Climbers one was kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like it's really glitchy, right? Like there's a lot of weirdness to it, so I have to cut some of that. I loved at the very top of that video though, I like grab the bird and I'm just like I just like fly off into the distance. That I'm having super fun with. I'm just picking an NES game and trying to like turn it into a scene, which is super fun.
I mean, obviously there's a lot of cool creation that like can come out from that. But from the sounds of it, like just the amount of stuff that can be created in a very short period of time is like kind of scary and can, I think, very quickly devalue the content that exists just by sheer supply and demand. Like context, like if you throw out 10 videos in one day, is that gonna like
make it less interesting?
Like each single one's going to be less interesting than that. So it's like, I like some of the stuff I see, but I'm also very, very worried that it's just going to become so flooded that finding the gems, if you will, is going to be that much harder.
That's what I'm running into. Like when you go on Facebook or TikTok or any of those social media platforms, there's people just posting just this most random crap, right? They call it AI slop, and it's just people are just trying to. It's like a gold rush. You know? I guess you get paid for if you get a ton of views too. So people are just kind of flooding it with all these AI videos. A lot of people think it's real too. Like you go down the comments and people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that person did that," and then everyone's like, "What are you, stupid? It's AI." Like somebody will come in and shut that person down. But that's the problem.
And then there's the question of like, oh, when is AI and reality like so closely interlinked that you can't believe anything, period.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you can also generate a picture of Donald Trump or whatever, and you can get him to say whatever you want, and it looks so real. So some people are starting to, find that they're running into that kind of stuff. So gotta be wary. Be careful what you watch online. So that brings me to this question. With artificial intelligence getting so good, virtual reality getting so good, from the 70s to now, 50 years, things have just been exploding game-wise and with artificial intelligence, technology in general. It almost starts to make me feel like, if we keep going this direction, we can create simulations, right? These hardcore, when you put on a virtual reality helmet and you put artificial intelligence into it, you can procedurally generate these worlds, right? And it's going to be hard to distinguish reality from the virtual world, and I think it's just going to keep getting better and better. Do you think at some point we will hit that where we can just kind of plug in, almost kind of like the Matrix, I guess, where you just put something on, a helmet or whatever it's going to be, and you can just jump into a simulated world?
We need more and more power. The power demands are going up, so maybe the battery thing with humans is the way to go, just to
in
power,
the Matrix.
just to power our AIs.
We're in the pods. That's the other thing too, is I heard artificial intelligence takes a lot of power to generate, so I don't know if they just have to keep getting more and more power. And I think that's a lot of why people are don't like AI, is because how much resources it uses.
Yeah, I mean, people are like constantly trying to build like more power generation in order to create data centers, in order to like build up the AI revolution. Now we have a RAM shortage, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of build up we have, everyone competing to build this thing. And is it creating enough value to us in our lives?
I mean, a lot of it's just slot, right?
Yeah, to account for the amount of resources we are putting into it, when there's like, you know, people outside on the streets during winter, or, you know, housing crises. It's like, oh, let's build an extra nuclear power plant for, you know, $5 billion or whatever, when how many houses could we build for $5 billion? And
so you're saying, like, what are the actual priorities here?
Yeah,
Should we be helping like our better man kind of thing, or are we just going to keep pushing like more nuclear power plants, more power, like feed into the machine, the artificial intelligence kind of thing?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I think you're going towards the like, are we in a simulation already?
Yeah, I wanted to tell you about this dream I was having. So this kind of jumps into like what happens after death kind of thing. So I had this dream, or even like thoughts that I have sometimes, where after we die, I'm concerned that I like wake up in this room with a bunch of different servers everywhere, and I'm like some sort of an entity, but I'm not like me. I'm not a body anymore. I'm just like I'm self-aware, and I'm like a program or something. And I wake up and there's servers everywhere, and I realize where I am. I'm like, oh, I'm back here again. Like, I recognize this place, and there's a number at the top, and it says like 1,000,002,000 or something, and the number ticks. It goes down, or not down, but it goes up. So 1,000,003, which means
you're going into the next version.
Exactly. So this is like a genuine fear I have. So I wake up, I'm in this server room, I'm not an actual human, it's just me, I'm alone, there's nobody else, it's just this post-apocalyptic like computer room, servers and whatever. And then I look at down at the machine that I'm plugged into, and there's like a list of things that I can choose to like tweak when I go back in to the regular world. So it'll be things like almost like handicap, like I can handicap myself so that I don't do too well, or I can make myself super rich, I can be super famous, I can, you know, have everything easy, or I tweak it.
I'm gonna reincarnate as a worm this time.
Yeah, I could be a blade of grass, I could be a worm, I could be a cat, dog, whatever. It's so all these rules that I can choose, right? And so I'm scared that I wake up and it's just like this infinite loop of like, okay, now I'm back here.
What do I want to experience this time?
Yeah, now what do I want to do? So like I'm going to tweak these rules and then go back in again, and it's just an infinite loop, which kind of freaks me out. The other side of that too is I've done it so many times that
So now you play as a human because it's easy mode compared to most other creatures on the world.
that could be it too.
You're like, you know, I don't need the challenge anymore. I'm going to just be a human. Someone's going to look after me for the first 8 years of my existence, at least, before I'm somewhat capable.
And it's like...
So you're already on easy mode, Adam.
Yeah.
You're already wearing out of the simulation.
And I'm almost wondering if I like deliberately make it a little bit harder just to make it more interesting so that it's not too easy, you know? So it's like a video game, right? If you turn on cheat codes in a video game, suddenly the game's only fun for about 15 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Like Baldur's Gate, for example. If you just like gave yourself unlimited stats, God mode or whatever, and you were the strongest character in the game and you could just one-shot everything, suddenly the game's not very fun anymore.
I mean, it would be interesting to see all the cool animations and be like, ha 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 ha, that power trip or whatever for, it might be a little more than 15 minutes, but I hear what you're putting down.
Yeah, so that's why I think I'm deliberately potentially handicapping myself to make it a little harder each time I go back in so that, you know, I don't know, maybe a lesson is learned or something like that. So that's the dream that keeps me up at night. Or I guess the thoughts that I think about that.
Fair.
Do you ever have any thoughts like that about like what happens after you die? Like, do you have an idea of what happens Like, have you ever thought about that?
I mean, I have, but
You have.
like, I feel like my thoughts change on that, like, on the daily. Like, sometimes I'm like, kind of feel like, I'm made up of all these, like, little parts, and those parts will just disperse and become part of everything else, kind of like, yes, there is, like, a Buddhist reincarnation thing, but it's more just a use of all my little parts being taken up and going into something else. Maybe an overarching energy.
So you think
Like-
you're some sort of an energy that dissipates after you die, you go back to the universe or something.
Yeah.
And then you come back as something else in the same universe, or like do you think it's a different
I
universe?
feel like you could come back as multiple different things at the same time. Like,
So you could split off,
yeah,
become multiple things.
reform into later reincarnation or whatever.
Is that the biggest, is
Well,
that the
but-
one you think of so far as like what you think happens right now? Or because you said it changes quite often.
I feel like it changes so regularly. I hear something and it influences me immediately, and I'm like, oh, that's a really interesting thought. Let's explore that.
So you see something on YouTube and somebody talks about that particular topic and then it sways you a different direction.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. But right now that's
easily
the
swayed.
big, this guy is easily swayed, watch out. Don't go to a car dealership. So that's the one you believe right now so far.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're all stuff of the universe and then spread out. I'm like, you talk about the simulation thing, and yeah, I've had thoughts of there being like, what if there's like some entity like playing me?
Oh,
like
yeah, I was
controlling
thinking
me
that
from
too.
outside the world
Yeah,
and like going
yeah.
through like, okay, well, all my like parts are like electrons in this simulation are still part of this space. Well, maybe they disperse and they reform as something else later down the road.
So you
But,
think
like,
something's could be controlling you?
well, I've had thoughts
You've
like
had
that
thoughts
before,
like
but
that.
I'm like, pretty boring. Like, I can't imagine them playing through a full 90 years or whatever of this.
So you think that you're not a big enough deal to be controlled by something? Is
Yeah.
what you think? Yeah, I feel like that too, actually. Because like you'd have to have a pretty big ego to be like, oh, I'm this special person,
Yeah,
being
or what-
controlled by these higher entities.
Or these times where I'm like just hanging out doing nothing or sleeping for 10 hours, like are they just hitting pause and doing something else during
Yeah.
that period of time? Like, and it's very, like, are they very scheduled? Like they know, oh, I gotta wake up at this time, I'll unpause my game. Okay, now he's awake, and now we're gonna get dressed and go to work. And like, I feel like that's pretty unlikely.
No, I feel the same way.
Like, I couldn't do it. But then, yeah.
To feel like you're this big important person that's being controlled by a higher entity, like what about everybody else, right? Like what would make us that special person that's being controlled? That's what you kind of mean.
Yeah, well, even if everyone was being controlled that way, I'm like, is their world so boring that this would be interesting?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get what you mean. What do you think is the meaning of life? Like, what do you think we're all doing here? Like, is there a specific thing that all of us should be doing? Like, is there a specific purpose? Or do you think everything's kind of random and that we just kind of live our day-to-day life and just random stuff happens?
I think maybe, maybe it's just the opposite. It's like you give meaning to life.
The meaning of life is to give life meaning, is what you're saying.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Like,
So we have these lives, we can do whatever we want. There's so many different options to choose from. We make our own purpose, is what
we're
you're
in a
saying.
sandbox simulation.
It's like if you dropped in Minecraft and there's this big vast open world, you can choose to just sit by a tree and not do anything, or you can just start crafting and start building.
Build it out.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's another reason why I kind of bring up this simulation theory that we're living in, almost like a video game. It's the same kind of concept. You're plopped in on the earth. You can do whatever you want. It's very similar to a video game, right? You make your own purpose. So, do you do you think you're controlling your own thoughts and destiny and choosing what you want to do, or do you think something else is kind of, telling you what to do?
I think
You think you're in control and you're doing what you want to do.
I'm trying to do what I want to do.
I'm trying to do what I want. So coming back to the meaning of life, so I guess part of the meaning of life is to be happy, obviously. Is it easy for you to kind of be happy and do what you want to do and find meaning in life? Like, would you say you're a happy person?
Oh, generally, yeah.
Generally happy person.
Yeah, generally happy.
Like, you're pretty happy, like, waking up, doing what you do, go to work, go on your adventures.
Adventures, yes. Work.
Work, like...
necessary part, a challenge to overcome.
And do you ever get overwhelmed by, like, not knowing what happens after you die, or like, does that stop you in any way of doing what you want, like getting up in the morning and doing what you do?
No, I think everything beautiful dies.
Okay, so you kind of just accept it.
It adds value. There's a limited supply, and you have demand for it. So it gives you a drive to either accomplish or to make the most out of whatever situation you find yourself in, to know that you're not permanent.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. Now we're almost both 40. We've kind of hit that halfway point. So we've got maybe 30, 40 years left.
I mean, I've made it as far as I thought I would make it when I was 14, and was like, 40, I'll be dead by then.
You might be dying by 40. That's not very optimistic.
No. So everything here on out, it's a bonus. Compared to my old teenage self's thoughts anyways.
That's a good way to put it, actually. It's just like, I made it to like the halfway point. That's great.
Yeah.
Further than I thought I would. So speaking of that as well, so would you say you're a religious person? Do you like believe in any specific religion, or do you kind of just believe in your own?
I'd say more spiritual than religious.
Spiritual. So more like, is that like Buddhist side of things? Reincarnation, that kind of thing?
Yeah, like I like some of the Taoist stuff. I like Buddhism. I don't know. I just don't foresee some like one god or many gods or whatever just having like a huge impact or desire to influence what's happening here. Like I can't see that being the case. Like,
so you don't think there's like this higher power that kind of controls everything, or if there is something we don't know what it is, some sort of an entity, but not in the way that we think it is, like some man in the clouds kind of thing?
Yeah, maybe there's something, but like that it has absolutely no direct control. So I feel like it's better to look introspectively than outward.
And do you think like there's a god? Do you think like there's somebody that kind of watches over everybody, like? Or do you think it's just...
Not really.
Not really, yeah. For me, I don't think there's just some dude in the clouds with a big beard and he's kind of just keeping an eye on all of us. I don't feel like there is. I would need to see some sort of, like, I need to see evidence. I need something to be like, oh, okay, that's convincing.
That would be like counter to the whole part of requiring faith.
Exactly, yeah.
Or giving your trust to something.
And I know a lot of people kind of just...
some power in trust?
Yeah. Some people just... But like part of it is just believing. Yeah, for sure. I mean, my entire life, I've never had any sort of like supernatural or some higher power thing happen to me where I've been like, oh wow, that was like something beyond.
A miracle.
That was a miracle. I've never seen like a miracle happen, you know, that wasn't explained by science or what we already know about. But some people would probably argue in saying that, like, you know,
you're a miracle.
We're all miracles.
Look at him. Look at him. He's gorgeous.
No, he's gorgeous. No, we're all special people. So, you know, I guess you could look at it that way. We're like, we're born, we live these lives.
Look at like the odds of everything aligning just perfectly to create you as an individual person, and being like,
that could be the
wow.
miracle. Yeah.
Like for that to have happened, something must have been in control to make Adam happen.
That's honestly, that's a good point.
You can put a different perspective.
It's the way you look
Yeah.
at it. Yeah, for sure. And here's another thing. So, in the world, a lot of bad things happen. A lot of good things happen too. But sometimes, like, for example, somebody will just be caught in a gunfight or something. Like maybe a woman who's just walking by with her groceries and she gets caught in a gunfight and she dies. So when that kind of bad stuff happens, that's just kind of random bad stuff that happens in the world. Do you think that kind of stuff, do you think it's just random? Or do you think like that was meant to happen? Or
Fates.
Fate?
The fate question. I don't know.
Yeah. So that stuff kind of freaks me out because, like, you know, the typical, like, oh, I could be walking down the street and get hit by a bus, right? That could happen at any time. Or we could just...
Final destination.
Yeah, we could die, like, instantly. We could just walk out the door right now and...
Yeah, lightning bolt. Boom.
Lightning bolt, exactly. Do you think that kind of stuff is just completely random and that kind of stuff just happens?
I mean, I guess that's the question, going back to the, like, all the things aligning just perfectly. Like, you can look at it as a miracle or look at it as perfectly random. Like, I feel like that's just a product of your upbringing, how you've, like, learned over the years, like, how you want to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
So, like, is it fate?
Yeah. That stuff is...
I mean, I always liked the idea of the fates from, like, the old, like, Olympic mythology and whatnot, like the three witches or whatever. That, like, once they've, you know, done their prophecy, like, well, it's fated. There's nothing for it. Like, I like that as like a story, as a thing, and it kind of takes away people's responsibilities from certain actions and things that happen when you have this idea of fate. But like, I have no idea if we're fated or if things are aligned or not. Like, it's really hard to look at it from the inside and be like, yeah, you know what? That cat I saw at the shelter and I took home, it's meant to be. I mean, it feels meant to be.
Yeah. No, I certainly feel like that too some days, where it just kind of things just happen.
Yeah. And like, even looking back in the past, you'd be like, oh, that bad experience, you know, it sucked at the time and it pushed me to do this. And now I'm better for it having happened.
Yeah.
Like, was it fate that happened? Or did I just learn from a random occurrence?
Was it a lesson to be learned, kind of thing?
Yeah.
It can shape people who they are when those certain bad things happen, and they grow from it and learn from it. So that's another way you could look at it. What do you think what does it mean to be successful to you? Like, do you have like a certain idea of what success is? Like, is it money? Is it fame? Is it like you've hit a certain position in life and then you're like, oh, okay, now I'm successful. For you, you specifically, what do you think is like?
What is success?
What is success to you?
I mean, I feel like just having like small goals and working towards them is success. Like, you don't even have to achieve them, but like just the act of trying to accomplish something.
So just having a goal and hitting those goals is...
Like, not even necessarily hitting them, just getting up and working towards something. Like, that is success.
Have you heard the saying where the act of working towards the goal is the reward? Like, you've heard that one before, right?
Yeah.
So for example, you could even look at my channel, the Retro Adam channel, like working towards making it bigger and better is the fun.
You've come a long way.
Yeah, like when we did that episode before, I think it was at like 300 subscribers or something.
Yeah,
now it's like
5,000.
Now it's 5,300, and that was like a year and a half ago. So obviously it's like it's growing and it's getting bigger.
It's a long haul.
Yeah.
But you're enjoying yourself, and like, that's important.
The act of doing it is what's fun.
It's fulfilling.
Super fulfilling.
Yeah.
It's like just this hobby or project that you just...
And like, obviously you have responsibilities, or we all have responsibilities, like outside of the things that we want to do, unfortunately. But that makes the like pushing towards these small goals like all the more fulfilling. Like you're like, oh, despite having to overcome, budgetary like problems or financial problems or anything at all, you're still pushing.
Yeah.
And that,
Not giving up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be your version of what success is getting up and working towards.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can see.
Don't
that.
ask me what I'm working towards though.
Don't ask. So we talked about what makes what you think success is, but would you say you're like a generally happy person? Like, do you wake up and you're positive? You feel like going through day to day, you're generally a happy person.
Generally happy person. We get it done.
Get it done.
We get her done.
Were there times in your life where like you felt like you've kind of hit a very bad place and you've recovered from it, and now, like, you're being 40 years old, you're in a good place?
I wouldn't say I've ever felt like I was in like a bad place, but I feel like I've plateaued a few times, and that never feels great when you're like, oh, I'm kind of like just idling. But I wouldn't say I was ever in a bad place.
Like never in a very dark place.
No.
Not to that point. I mean, yeah, you're generally happy. From whenever I talk to you, you seem like you're a pretty happy guy.
I find things to do.
Unless you go home and cry or something, but I doubt you do that. just tears.
No.
I mean, I myself, like, me, like I've hit some pretty hard times in my life, but I've recovered from them, and I think I'm doing pretty much better than I was.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I got a very nice job. Like, my family's awesome. My wife is amazing. Obviously, my ex-wife, I don't want to talk about her, but yeah, she was not so good.
Fiance, or did I not get an invite?
I call her my wife now. We haven't officially gotten married, but we're husband and wife at this point.
See, I thought I was a happy person, and then I just learned, and my friend Adam here didn't invite me to his wedding. My whole world is turned upside down now.
Now
What
in a
the
dark
heck?
place.
Oh man, what I thought was true was all a lie.
So the wedding hasn't been.
Sorry, I'm trying to get tears.
We haven't planned the wedding date yet, but it's coming.
I'm excited. That'll be a good day.
Well, I'm glad you seem like you're happy-go-lucky guy still. So always, never change, Sandy. Always be you.
Calm and collect. No.
So here's another question: if you had unlimited money, like you had all the money in the world, what would you think you'd be doing right now instead of what you're doing? Like, what would you do with unlimited money?
I would devalue all of the currencies of the world by spending so much money that money would have no value.
Just send
If
it
we get
everywhere.
to do full economic restart, it would be very, very
Economic
interesting.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Possibly destroy the world type deal.
Well, maybe not destroy the world.
me not personally, but just the act of having completely upended our financial systems by making so much more money available that it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like that could cause some social problems.
Is there like certain projects that you'd want to fund to create or anything like that? Like, would you care about like buying a mansion or like a new car or like any of that stuff?
I wouldn't buy a new car. I don't want a mansion. I want something easy to keep tidy and clean. I'd like a bigger storage space though, so maybe I'd buy a warehouse just for my fun
Store some
toys
stuff.
and outdoor stuff and all that. Have a small space to live in, big space to keep all my fun things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you're a pretty humble guy. You don't just want some basic stuff. You don't really want to have anything gargantuan.
I mean, a home's a place to sleep. But I'm
You don't care if it's,
I'm
huge.
happy enough to go backpacking or something.
Yeah.
Go out, have a campfire. That sounds great to me. So, yeah,
I would-
unlimited money. Yeah, maybe I'll devalue some currency and see
check
if
out-
it
hang on
makes
to where
see how the world changes
Yeah.
just from that. And
I mean, I would probably want to buy not a huge RV, but a nice RV that's decent size, and then just kind of cruise around with
That would be
my
cool.
kids and wife, and that would be my thing.
It would be kind of cool to like set up a couple like, I don't know, away from everything, like cabins and different kind of landscape areas. Like, oh, we got the ice cabin on top of such and such mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, we got this river valley cabin over here. Oh, we got a desert cabin.
Okay.
Like just these different landscapes, so like I could rotate through and just enjoy nature in different ways.
So just kind of have some properties kind of around the world, and so you can kind of just bounce around to
Yeah.
different locations. That'd be cool.
Just change things up.
That'd be fun. So there's a question online that kind of circles around a lot. There's these conspiracy theories that they think that the Earth is flat. Now, have you run into these videos online of people? They're thoroughly convinced that the Earth is flat. Do you find any sort of proof that the world is flat?
I don't believe it's flat. But if we go with the whole simulation like idea, and then we think about, how things are skinned in 3D modeling, like maybe the Earth is just this like skin that was developed flat and then gets applied to like a round object in the simulation, so it appears round, but it's really just this flat skin. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a random thought. Just
See, like, something about the flat Earth stuff is like, obviously, Elon Musk, he's launched a bunch of rockets in space and with cameras on them, and you can clearly see, like, the rocket goes up, you can watch it from landing all the way up into space, and you can clearly see the Earth and that it's round. Like, don't you think that would be enough proof to convince these people that it's round, or do they think it's, like, fake or something?
I cannot speak to
Right?
what other people think.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've seen some theories, like, if you get high on a mountain and you look straight ahead, you don't see the curve of the Earth or something. That was one of their arguments. But I mean, it's so vast and far.
Well, light bends with gravity, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. So obviously, like, yeah, I mean, you got to be in a particular place to see the whole picture, right? I would think that the rocket in the space would be enough. Video from the sky would be enough to convince
Yeah,
people.
well, they've done the experiments with the like laser and all
Yeah.
the things at the same height.
Yeah.
I don't know how you plan for, I don't know, making sure that your surface is flat and correct altitude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you plan for that on a flat object. Because if the Earth is flat, if I don't believe that at all, well, how does gravity like pull at the same rate? Because I hear there are spots on the Earth that have like less a pull as you get to higher altitude because you're further from the center. Well, if you have a flat object and gravity's pulling down, how do you account for this variation of gravity? Like, is it just thicker under the Earth in certain spots? I don't know.
That could be something to think about. You let us know in the comments if
I have
the Earth
no
is
idea.
it might be flat. You let us know. Tell us like some convincing
It's a
arguments.
skin in a simulation.
Yeah, I like that.
Flat skin in a simulation.
That's a cool one to think about too. Here's an interesting question. Do you think that there's more life besides the Earth, like out there in the universe? Do you think there's other planets, with alien species and just different, not necessarily like humans, but like just these alien life forms that are out there and they're thriving, and they may be more advanced than us, they may be less advanced. Do you think there's some planets out there that have life on them?
Of course.
You think yes?
Oh, for sure.
I would also say yes, just because of how vast the universe is. There's most likely another planet with. They're just so far away that we can't reach them, obviously. Did you ever see that a screenshot from the telescope, the big telescope that kind of, but it shone in a tiny point in space.
James Webb or the Hubble?
Hubble. It's the Hubble
Okay.
telescope, and it pointed at a particular little spot in space, and then they blew it up, and there was like just billions of galaxies in this one image, in just this one little tiny spot in space. Have you seen that photo?
I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah.
It's mind blowing. Just the fact that those are all a bunch of different galaxies and stuff. So clearly, there's most likely other planets out there with life.
Yeah, I would say it's like the height of egotism to think that we're the only special place in everything that we can see.
Yeah. And do you think that they're like these weird life forms that are like completely different from us, like as humans?
I don't even know if we know exactly what life is yet. Because we only have like the one planet as like a reference, really. Like, this is how life works in this environment. Well, I mean, sure, we have some variance between like, you know, the hotter places of the world and the deeper places of the world.
Yeah.
But I am certain there's a lot more variance of what kind of conditions are on different planets and different.
So you're saying there could be
So there could be vastly different types of life.
Yeah.
That we might not even consider life.
That we couldn't even like conceive, like we couldn't even understand what is happening on those other planets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, that'd be interesting to.
And what is like? Is life just a certain amount of chemical reactions, or like where is the line between like, oh, this and this are interacting, or this is attracted to that for a certain reason by intention, or like I don't know where to draw a line between like.
Oh, you mean like something is alive
Yeah.
as life? Like what's the? I see what you mean. Yeah. I wish, I really wish we could we had planets close enough to us to be able to like go check them out.
I was reading recently that the warp drive's like possible.
What? No.
Like scientifically possible now, or like they have
Like some sort of
they
quick.
have a like physical simulation type thing that works. But maybe I'm reading fake news. It's
Artificial
possible.
intelligence or something.
Yeah.
You mean so they may have created some way to travel through space quickly?
Yeah, not actually created the physical objects to do that, but done some sort of like physics simulation based on whatever properties of the world exist, and be like, yeah, this is possible. I don't know if we can produce enough energy or whatever, but they're like, there's a way to make that happen.
And I hope so.
Beyond light speeds or whatever.
I hope soon. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I don't know. We've been working on fusion for 5-6 decades now, and that's still not a thing. So I feel like that's a long stretch off still.
Yeah, and I mean, Elon Musk, he's going to send that team to Mars soon. Like he said he was going to send them out in the next few years here. I guess they're prepping for it. So hopefully soon we'll be checking out other planets. But I'm pretty excited.
Intergalactic,
yeah.
Planetary.
Yeah.
Planetary.
I hope in our lifetime we see that. Yeah, because that'd be really, really cool, I think. How do you feel about, so when you were a kid, like time seemed to be a lot slower than how it is now. So in your childhood when you were, maybe between 5 and 10, do you feel like time was a lot slower then, and as you're getting older, the perception of time just keeps speeding up and getting faster and faster?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like, everything's new when you're younger, so I feel like you don't shut out as much because you're taking everything in, whereas like now we're working full time, there's less new knowledge coming in, so some minutes time is just compressed by the sheer fact that like our brains are bored of certain aspects of what's happening. Like,
So you think time kind of speeds up because our brains are getting...
I don't think it actually speeds up. I think it's just our perception of it is impacted by the amount of new things that are coming into our lives.
Yeah, I could see that. Does it scare you at all that it gets faster, or it feels like it gets faster?
No, yeah, I'm seeing like my nephew like in no time, and I'm like, what the heck? Wasn't he born yesterday?
What the heck? He was born yesterday. I mean, even my kids, right? Like Ace, he's almost as tall as me. Like he's only like almost 12, and he's almost as tall as me.
Yeah,
and it feels like yesterday.
mind-blowing.
He was like this little baby in my arms, and that was just like yesterday. So it's like, what happened?
Yeah. I'm curious if your timeline, having kids, like your perception of time is longer than mine, just because you're having these new experiences kind of secondhand, let's say, through your children. you're like, oh, well, there's a whole bunch of new stuff happening there with him, and I'm experiencing that through him, so maybe I'm more engaged with time or whatever. Compared to, say, me, who has no younger children or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, it does still feel like it's quite quick. I mean, maybe yours is even faster for you.
I'm curious. Like, I don't know how to ever test that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's an interesting question. Because, like, I guess, like, you have your children half the time, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the times with your children are longer than the times when they're away? Like, do you feel like they're not there and then they're here again, they're here again, they're here again? Or is it more like, oh, they're gone already, they're gone already, they're gone already? Like,
yeah, certain days it does feel like that. Yeah,
like which way?
Like it's quick. Like sometimes it's quick, but other times when I'm spending more time with them, like outside doing something with them, then it slows down, I think.
Okay.
I remember more vividly those.
Like when you're actually have like intentional plans.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Those days tend to slow down, and like I treasure those a lot more than say days where it's just kind of like like next day, you know.
So I think that's a pretty good test, and maybe like a piece of evidence towards that theory I just suggested.
That's a good point. Yeah, like
It's like when you're intentionally open to like a new experience or learning or something like that, I think time slows down.
Yeah.
Or your perception of time slows down.
that's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
So you want to live longer, just do more.
Do more fun activities that you'll remember.
Just make it happen.
Don't doom scroll through TikTok because you'll probably not remember any of that stuff. So if you knew you were gonna die, like say in 3 months, is there anything you would change?
I wouldn't be here.
You'd be dead. Is there anything you would change that you're doing right now to, because you know you're going to die in 3 months, would you do something differently in those 3 months than what you're doing now?
I mean, if it was guaranteed 3 months, like right now, and I knew, I would probably quit work and just travel.
Travel.
Yeah.
Like hop in your car, pack up, and just start cruising.
Go see the things.
Fly around the globe.
Tried to drive up to the Arctic last year. My engine blew up. Yay! So would probably do that immediately now, just to make it happen, even though it's winter and I'd probably die in my car on the way.
That'd be a sad story. You like freeze to death in your car.
Yeah.
That's how you die.
We've got 3 months left anyways. Like, go.
Would you like just rack up
Experience.
a bunch of like credit card debt or something and just like?
No, I'm pretty sure they would put that on somebody somehow.
You think so?
Yeah, for
They
sure.
probably would.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, you're actually responsible for this now.
You rack up
Like,
like $100,000.
I wouldn't want that to happen to anyone, so I wouldn't do that.
I don't know if they're actually allowed to do that, but that'd be horrible if they could. Yeah, like come after a different family member.
Oh, maybe legally they couldn't, but I bet you they would try.
They
and
would
just
try.
the act of trying would put a lot of stress on a bunch of people, and I wouldn't want that.
No, definitely not. What do you think it is to be like a man in 2025? Like, do you think men have like a certain responsibility to, hit certain specific goals, like get a house, like get married, have children? Do you think there's like a roadmap that every guy should be following, or do you think it's more just do what you personally should be working on? Like, do you think as a guy we have these like responsibilities, specific responsibilities?
I mean, I think you get to choose the responsibilities you take upon yourself in your life, going for females or males. Like, I don't think we should be ascribing a specific set of standards to anybody.
Yeah.
Period.
No, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Like, obviously we get brought up in certain ways, and there's like a traditional home life that seems appealing and nostalgic and whatnot. Like to have that, like, white picket fence, family, the job, being supportive and all that.
Being like a sole provider.
I mean, there's something to be said for being there for someone, being a provider. Like, you get a certain amount of reward from that, but I don't believe like it should be any kind of responsibility until you choose it. And if
it shouldn't be like forced upon you. You mean?
Yeah, like if you want to go that route and you choose it, then yes, you're responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't come up, then why?
Yeah.
Like you get to choose what you want to do. We're here for a limited amount of time. It's a sandbox, guys.
Sandbox, Minecraft. Start building.
Well, you can copy everyone else, or you can find your own path.
You could go live in the woods if you want.
Just preferably don't intrude upon anyone or transgress upon anyone else while going down your path.
Did that ever stress you out, like growing up as a guy? Like, did you feel that any sort of pressure to hit these certain milestones that society, puts upon you?
I mean, over time, yeah, but
You were stressed out about that?
You grow through them.
Mm-hmm. So you were stressed out about it, but not so much anymore.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that was more like high school or just after high school?
No, I believe there was like a lot of like pressure to, figure out what you wanted to do in a very short period of time, coming out of like high school, going into college,
and that stressed you
years
out.
and stuff, and that was like, yeah, it was kind of stressful because you're like, oh, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, there's a lot of outside pressure. Like, what do you want to do with your life? And I don't know, man. I just want to live.
I'm just trying to make it.
I think I scared my mom. I got home from my graduation, and she asked me like immediately, like, "Oh, what are you gonna do with your life now?" And then I told her, "Oh, I mean, I'm done school. I guess I can retire now." Sarcastically, right? Because like I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I felt put upon by being asked such a question. Like, why would I know?
Yeah.
I haven't even experienced anything yet.
Yeah.
But like it seemed like there was a lot of pressure to know what you wanted to do with your life, and I'm like, still like, I don't know.
Do you feel a lot better now, being 40 years old? Like, do you kind of feel like you have a better idea of what you want?
I know better what I enjoy, and therefore I can put more energy into those things I enjoy.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you seem like you're just doing you, basically.
Yeah.
And you seem to be really enjoying it. So, I mean, that's the way everybody should live, right? Okay, so we're going to close off with two more questions, video game related questions, because this is Retro Adam. What is your
This
favorite?
was a lot of deep about me, and I'm not an important person.
It's like a Sandy therapy session.
What do you feel about the world? Are you happy?
Are you happy, Sandy?
Was this video games?
No, it's just I like those questions because like everybody has a different answer, right? So it's like you can ask the same questions to like anybody, and they'll all give you a different response. So it's like that kind of stuff interests me. I think it's fascinating.
True.
So
will it interest everyone out there though? Who is this strange man talking with Adam?
That's the other thing too. I think everybody has a conversation to share. Like just because like you're not like this big famous celebrity or something. I think you're an interesting person, and I think you deserve to like tell your story. He's got a shiny apple.
Interesting.
So I don't want like you to feel like you're not a big enough person to be spoken to, right? I think everybody's interesting and has something to share. So
I appreciate that.
yeah, so that's how I see it anyways.
Fair. I hope I've done an alright job sharing. I'm confused about my own thoughts sometimes though, so I don't know how well I came across with some of these deeper questions, but we shall see.
I want to see what people say in the comments if they you're like, oh, you're way off base, or like, oh, of course the Earth is flat.
Oh my god, it's a simulation. The world is flat. It's just a skin.
You guys are idiots. Stupid. Downvote. So we're gonna close off with two questions, video game related questions. What is your favorite video game of all time, and why? Like, what would you say, I mean, it could be a few different factors. Like, it could be a game that you've played the most, it could be a game that you've had the most fun playing, but, is there a particular game that you've been like, wow, this game, hit all the check boxes that makes a game fun for me? Is there any game that did that for you?
I mean, for me, it was Link to the Past, for sure.
Link to the Past.
It had an open world feel for the time, this theme of adventure, of discovery, which when it came out, I think I was when would it come out now? Like
I think it was
90
92 or 91
Okay,
for
I
A Link
thought
to
it
the
was
Past.
later.
No,
Okay.
I think it might have been 92, I think.
Okay, so it was early on Super Nintendo. then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, like I don't know. I think I was coming into my own. I was really into like fantasy novels and stuff at the time, and I don't know. Like it just being a hero, like saving the princess, finding all the cool magical things, the magical forest. Like I don't know.
Solving
It's
the puzzles in the
yeah.
dungeon. Yeah.
And I've gone on to wanting to travel and wanting to find these really cool places and go backpacking and exploring and adventuring in real life since then. I don't know, it just...
So
it had a bit of everything.
It made an imprint on you
Yeah.
about decisions you made, like to go travel and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the music and everything was just
so
gorgeous.
good. So good. Oh, it's such a beautiful game. I would say, I mean, God, there's so many good
I
games.
mean,
but like,
Ocarina of Time is almost the same.
Yeah.
For me, it's
Yeah.
just a different media with the 3 dimensions, and I mean, it was a good timing for me too with the youth transition to adulthood type themes in it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Probably my game was Ocarina of like. God, there's just so many nights where I'd play like until 2 in the morning, and I'd just be running around exploring Hyrule and just finding all these little secrets and just the music, and I just like that kind of puts you in a state of like just pure happiness.
Yeah.
You know, you're so happy to be running around and playing and adventuring, and like, that game was just like so good.
yeah. But there were like so many games back then that like influenced me. I think in little different ways. Like I remember playing. I don't know what it was called. But you were like this like little soldier dude, but you could like jump onto like a dinosaur at points and go across the map. It was for normal Nintendo or something.
A soldier where you can jump on a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But like
I mean, it kind of
Well, it
sounds
wasn't-
like Adventure Island, but you're not a.
it wasn't. It was a side scroller. Like
Okay. It wasn't Blaster Master. No, but that's.
Blaster Master plays very similarly to
Yeah.
this game did.
Yeah.
But I just remember those games back then, like having such an influence on like my dreams and stuff growing up. Like, it wasn't about the game so much as it was about these like impressions and the way it made me like think or build up these weird worlds in my mind as I was like drifting off to sleep after having played them and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, I had video game dreams too. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
No, like
no,
not,
and stuff.
I mean, it wasn't like I'm in the game or anything. It was more like I would just develop this into a story arc for myself based
Yeah.
on like the themes of the games back in the day.
Totally. So last question: what style of video game is your favorite? So what kind of game kind of just makes you feel like you're having the most fun? Like what style? Is it like adventure? Is it strategy?
I'm gonna hit multiplayer first.
Multiplayer.
I just enjoy playing with people, getting the back-to-back, the social aspects. That's awesome. If we're going for just genre, I'd have to like lean towards like adventure and something that ends.
Kind of like like RPG? Or more like Zelda kind of adventure
More
style?
like Zelda, Secret Mana,
Secret Mana.
like that kind of.
Action adventure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would probably be one of my favorites too. God, there's so many different kinds of games though too. I mean, even Super Metroid. I guess that would be action adventure as well, right? Side-scrolling action adventure. But I mean, there's some
I
strategy.
lean more to top view from that era than the side scrollers, though.
You like the kind
I
of
like
bird's
that,
eye view,
yeah.
walking around
Yeah,
on a map. But man, there's so many good strategy games too. Like freaking like StarCraft and like Advance Wars is another one of my all-time favorite games. I love that game so much. So it's hard to pick sometimes. Sometimes some days you feel like you want an action adventure, and then other days you want that kind of strategy, like turn-based kind of thing.
For sure.
You kind of flop back and forth.
Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, I do like almost all games. Strategy is way up there. I enjoyed MOBAs for many, many years.
Yeah.
It ate up too much of my time from other things, though. So
Yeah.
that's been put aside completely, and that's kind of what I meant earlier when I said like I like the action adventure like games, but I like ones that end. So I like a story that plays through. Like
Yeah.
on our Discord server, people were talking about like the whole crafting thing and whatnot, and like I agree with them. It kind of just dilutes the story, dilutes the playthrough, like interrupts the progression in a way that's just not exciting or fun in a lot of ways. So like I don't know, have you've played like Prince of Persia type games?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that style of game where it's just kind of like go, 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 go. There is an overarching story going through, and oh, that's great.
You like that kind of stuff? Yeah.
It's got a decent play time, but it's not excruciatingly long.
Yeah. I would say like indie games are kind of like where the creativity is coming from these days. Just like I love when people can take like older concepts and just put a new spin on it and like make it more modern and just quality of life improvements kind of thing.
Yeah.
Indie games I think is where like a lot of the magic is coming from now. So
Fair.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, Sandy. We had a great conversation today.
Anytime.
I'm happy you were here, and yeah, you'll be back again. You'll be back in 3 years. Not that long.
So every 5 episodes.
Yeah, right.
Every 3 years.
and-
then all my answers will be different next time.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure like last time I was like, oh yeah, Contra's my favorite game by far.
I think you said Contra was your
And I'm like, this time, you know what? It was Link to the Past. Like, Contra was a great game. I love playing it, but it didn't have the same impact as like this
You thought about it
story-driven
after?
game. Yeah.
But yeah, don't forget to check out our Discord. We got a lot of cool people on there. I'll put up the QR code again. I think we're almost at 100 people, so let's get some new, fresh faces in there. Come join us. Sandy's on there. You can chat with him too.
Sweet.
Talk about how the Earth is flat. So those are the kinds of conversations that come up. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Stay fit and have fun. Body break.
Body break. Forgot about that. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as the bell notification, so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also, please check out Shark Pig Gaming and Sage of Time, as they have awesome video game content as well. You can also join our Discord by scanning this QR code. We have a bunch of cool people on there that love talking about retro games, music, anime, you name it. It's a great time. We'll see you there.